Welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing the weather update for today, the morning update before the storm rolls in. Yeah, so we're just gonna kind of go over the changes in the models and then my new forecast for the day. Today, January 10th, 2024, snowstorm to bring significant impacts to our region. Quickly, we'll look at today's weather so far. We have a high of 39 and a low of 36. That's not the forecast. That's just currently what's happened so far today. It's going to get a lot colder, obviously, as it's going to need to be below 32 to snow. But currently, we're sitting at 39 degrees. No precipitation so far, and it's getting pretty windy out there already at the airport with a 24 mile per hour wind gust. And as you can see from the webcam, we got some clouds rolling in, and yeah, it's go time. So let's take a look at the satellites real quick. Um, as you can see right here, we have our low pressure up here that's going to drop south as I kind of put this into motion. Here comes the daylight, and right here you can kind of see this little spinny, this little spiral right here. That's the center of our low pressure. It's dropping south, going to bring us some snow. Just updated, but as you can see right here, coming south, we got some easterly winds or westerly winds. That's gonna bring us some snow, drawing some moisture out the coast of the Pacific, and yeah, that's our source for our moisture. So yeah, not much else to say as it's coming south. Let's take a look quickly at the models. This is the HER, which is a high resolution model that refreshes every hour, and it gives some pretty accurate down to the minutes, or even in this case, 15-minute increments of forecasts. So as you go throughout here, obviously, let me just kind of break this down. Blue is snow, the red and green, and sorry, yellow, red, green is all rain, and the like pinkish stuff is like freezing rain or ice pellets. Don't really need to worry about that too much. It should be cold enough to snow no matter what. So as we go throughout time here, we see that it's going to continue to snow over the Sierras right now. It's already started racking up snowfall totals. And right here, it seems to peak over the foothills, but it's not going to crash into the valley floor just yet. That will happen later this afternoon. This model projects around a 4 p.m. time for the first like decent snow squall to move in. However, I think will happen a bit earlier, as you see right here. Um, Look, kind of watching this area as we have little snow bands kind of push off the mountains and get into our area, and then just finally, as this giant line of snow moves south around 5 p.m. during the evening, that's when we get our best chances for some heavy snow. It will continue for about an hour or two, and then we have another band that moves through during the night. So this is not what we expected before. We kind of just expected this one band, not this second band that's now projected by the models. So let's take a look at the wind gusts that are going to happen before that. As you can see, it's going to ramp up pretty quickly. That's what happens when we have a shadowing effect. So see right here how the snow's not really getting off the mountain. That's when we're going to have our windiest times. So during the afternoon today, expect gusts of 40 to 50 miles per hour, and then they'll die down as the snow moves south. I kind of wanted to highlight this piece of text in the forecast discussion for today. This was released about 5 hours ago overnight, and the National Weather Service is giving some higher probabilities for some extreme potentials of snow, even in close to Reno and Mogul, Carson City, Virginia City. There's a non-zero chance that we see a foot of snow in the foothills. Personally, I don't see it happening, but if the professionals are mentioning it, then obviously we're going to have to take note. Um, so yeah, there's a potential for a foot of snow in the foothills of Reno, Carson City, and Virginia City. I don't see it happening, but it's not out of the woods. So this is their official forecast. They're showing about 1.5 inches of snow for Reno. That's like downtown, um, like at the airport. Truckee, South Lake Tahoe, they're all gonna get about a foot of snow for lake level, and the Sierra is about 1 to 2 feet. That's what they're projecting. Foothills, they're showing 3 to 6 inches, somewhere in that range. So a pretty decent storm, should be on par, if not better than the one we got on Saturday. But yeah, that's the official snow forecast from the National Weather Service. You can take a pause and kind of scroll around if you want, but we're going to move on to the timing of the snow. Um, as you can see by this graphic that was also produced by the National Weather Service, we have the best chances for some snow squalls to set up, which is what this model shows as this big like kind of band of snow right here. Um, that's what a snow squall is. It means it's going to be heavy snow. It's going to be whiteout conditions, hard to see, hard to drive. So they're projecting that squall to move in around 2 to 3 p.m. and moving out of the region by 4. So that's the time I wouldn't want to drive if I were you. So kind of be careful, be cognizant. Don't be driving around during kind of the early afternoon or late afternoon, evening area. But yeah, so let's go to my forecast. I'm projecting 1.5 to 2 feet of snow for the Sierras from now to 8 p.m. It could continue a little bit longer, but that's just kind of the peak snowfall rates for the Sierras. Tahoe should see about a foot to a foot and a half of snow starting from 10 a.m. to this. Could probably change this a bit later, but once again, this bracket or these within these parentheses, this time range is the highest snowfall rates. The foothills should see about 3 to 8 inches. I don't see 12 inches happening, but I would say the ceiling has raised since I made my last update video. 8 inches is definitely is within the range of possibilities, and snow should start in the next couple hours or so for the foothills such as Verdi and Mogul, and the valley floor, which is our Reno Sparks area. 2 to 4 inches is what I'm expecting, anytime from 2 p.m. to 9 p.m. So yeah, and anything after that, it's just kind of cold and clear from on out. So yeah, just worry about today's snowstorm. Don't drive in whiteout conditions. Just be smart. Yeah, so thank you guys for watching my weather update for today.